Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Kier. I'm the Director of Operations for BNI Arizona, and each week I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education. And for watching, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition. It is rounding out the end of May. Can you believe it? We literally have 3 more days of member extravaganza, guys. 3 days! Oh my gosh! It feels like just yesterday that I was announcing it for the very first time, that it had just started. So we are only 3 days away from the end of extravaganza. What does that mean? It means if you have any visitors that visited your chapter and you want them to count towards member extravaganza, towards the promotions that we have going on right now, they need to submit their application by May 31st. Literally 3 more days, guys. There's no wiggle room with that. 3 days. So reach out to your visitors that had visited lately. I know that a few chapters did not meet this week, so even more important to follow up with your visitors that had visited previously to make sure that if they are interested, let's get them involved with the member extravaganza promotions. So they have to submit their application by May 31st. And then the membership committees, which I'll be emailing out to the membership committees as a reminder, guys. But to qualify for member extravaganza, they need to be approved and paid for by June 13th. We've got 2 weeks, all right? About 2.5 weeks now. But June 13th is the cutoff for member extravaganza qualifying new applicants. If they're not approved and paid by the 13th, they won't be looped in to member extravaganza, because on June 18th, I'm going to be pulling the lucky winners for member extravaganza. So those winners are going to include those that have sponsored 1 new member during extravaganza. Again, applications for new members who aren't like representative changes, are brand new into BNI. Applications dated April 1st through May 31st. And so if you sponsor 1, you're going to be put in the $250 cash raffle. If you sponsor 2, it's the $500 cash raffle. We've got a handful of members in that bucket. We actually do not have anyone yet in that 3 bucket, which is the $1,000 raffle. But we still have a lot of I think we still have over 100 applications pending right now. Like, usually the end of extravaganza, the next 2.5 weeks is going to be bonkers, guys, with just all of the updates, all of the new applications coming through. So again, membership committees, it's the home stretch. So new applications need to be approved and paid by June 13th. Now, I do allow a little wiggle room on the payment piece, but I will be doing the drawing on June 18th. There's no extension on that. June 18th is the day that I'm doing the drawing. So that is literally the last chance for any last names to get put into the bucket. But again, application has to be dated before May 31st. So if you guys post a reminder in your chapter chats, because I know not everyone watches these Wisdom Wednesdays, post a reminder, because that is going to be key. That application date is extremely important. It's not the visitor visit date, it's the application date. And they have to be approved and paid by June 13th. So we're giving membership committees 2 weeks past the application date to finalize the applications, which that is the normal time frame. Membership committees should be processing applications. So want to make sure that everyone is on the same page with that. Some upcoming events, and you guys, if you haven't been visiting different chapters, I highly, highly recommend it. If you go to bniarizona.com, click on chapters, you're going to see a list of all of the 85 chapters around town. If you have an opportunity, and let's say a day just opened up and you're like, oh, I've got some free time on my hands, let me go check to see what chapter is available for me to visit. You can visit any chapter and give a presentation about your business if your category is open and available 2 times per BNI year. Even if you're substituting, guys, I still get this question to this day of how many times someone can present at a chapter, and it's 2 times per BNI year. Even if they're substituting, if they visit on the third time and they're a substitute, if they've already talked about their business twice, they cannot talk about it again. Whether they're a BNI member or not, a visitor, BNI member, what have you, 2 times per BNI year is the limit, guys, for everybody. 2 times. But visit other chapters. This week has been awesome. I am helping with West Connections up in the Arrowhead area. Today I visited BNI Pinnacle for the first time up in Cave Creek. It was incredible. And then I just left Biltmore Power chapter, and they are a awesome chapter as well. If you haven't, again, go out, visit other chapters, meet some amazing members from all over town. Even if your category is full in every chapter, you can still go and visit other chapters, and you can even give a presentation about your chapter, which will give more visibility. So if you go in with the intention of talking about some of the top categories that your chapter is looking for, you never know if a business in that chapter is looking to expand into another chapter, because each business can only be a member, or like one member can only be a member of one chapter, but a business can have multiple representatives in different chapters. So they can take that opportunity, but sometimes we just don't know what's available around town. So if you go and visit that chapter and then you talk about some of the top categories that you guys are looking to fill, then that would be a great opportunity. Now, here's some etiquette, guys. There is etiquette when you're visiting other chapters. When you're giving a presentation about your chapter, 1, we do not poach members from other chapters. Do not do it. It's not cool, and that hurts your visibility and credibility if you do that. And similar to the visitors that are visiting their chapters, if you're visiting from another chapter and they have a visitor that is potentially looking to join their chapter, do not poach their visitors. Go find your own visitors. Unless that visitor is visiting and let's say they're a guest because their categories are already full, then that could be an okay opportunity for you to connect with them, invite them to your chapter because you have the category open. That's okay, but do not poach members and do not poach chapters visitors to go to your chapter, because the members in that chapter spent a lot of time inviting their visitors. So please use some etiquette when you're visiting other chapters. And when you have that chapter etiquette, when you're visiting chapters, it will help increase your visibility and credibility in a positive way. And that's what we want to make sure happens, because if not, it's just going to hurt your own visibility. And we don't need that. We don't need that. So a couple other events that are coming up, guys. If you didn't know, or if you didn't hear, we do now offer Member Success Program training weekly on Zoom. So before it was just once a month, now we have the opportunity so that way when new members come on board, we can onboard them a whole lot faster. So if you go to bniarizona.com, click on the calendar link, you're going to see all of the Member Success Program training dates listed out. If you're a seasoned member, make sure to check it out. We have revamped all of the material. It's brand new. And so I highly recommend going in and checking out one of the events. We also, if you did not know, on the BNI Arizona calendar, we do host a weekly speed networking event. It's a national speed networking event. So if you're looking to connect with members cross state, that could be a great opportunity for you. It's every Tuesday afternoon. So again, bniarizona.com, click on the calendar link. You'll be able to connect with that event on the calendar. And then we also have another incredible event coming up. So on Saturday, June 14th, so the day after the deadline for Member Extravaganza, we're going to go celebrate at the Rattlers game. So Arizona Rattlers have now partnered with all the nonprofits around BNI Arizona. So if you have a nonprofit in your chapter, or if you don't have a nonprofit in your chapter, anyone can buy tickets for this. You don't have to be a BNI member to buy tickets for this. If you've never been to a Rattlers game, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It is so entertaining. Very entertaining. So June 14th, I think it's about 6 o'clock at night. There's a game to where if you buy tickets, guys, portion of those proceeds will go towards the nonprofit that you select in the drop-down menu when you buy the tickets. Now, the ticket prices vary in price. So anywhere from, I think, like $14 up to like $45+ per ticket. And that just depends on where you want to sit. So it's very flexible. It's not a one price type thing. And I believe Father's Day is also that weekend. If you want to kind of spend some family time at the Rattlers game, check it out. So it is, again, open to anyone, not just BNI members, but BNI members, family, friends, you name it. I will post the link in the comments so that way you guys can check it out. We're going to have a ton of BNI members there. Again, you can go in and select the specific nonprofit that speaks near and dear to your heart, whether they're in your chapter or, again, if your chapter doesn't have a nonprofit, you can select any of the nonprofits to help support because, again, a portion of the proceeds from the ticket sales are going to go to the nonprofit that you select in the drop-down menu. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, guys. But that's today's Wisdom Wednesday. I wanted to just kind of update you guys, remind you, Member Extravaganza, it's almost ending. 3 more days before the deadline for new applications to come in. I've already seen a bunch of applications come in today. They're coming in fast and furious to get in by the deadline. But again, they need to be approved and paid by June 13th to qualify towards all of the amazing prizes. So membership committees, that's on you guys. Start processing those applications. And connect with your director if you need anything or need any support. Check out the BNI Arizona calendar for all of the upcoming event dates and go check out some chapters around town. Go build some more visibility for you. But again, having that positive chapter visiting etiquette is going to be key. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this week's Wisdom Wednesday. And as always, go log 1, chapter education, for watching. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.